After a long time, we are having a superb talk. So let me quickly give out the things. In this, what happens is, please don't raise your hand in the middle. Likita joined, Likit leader, wonderful. Don't raise your hand in the middle. At the end, after 35 minutes, after you listen to wonderful, exciting, real stories from the life of Kala ma'am, and after that, you can ask many questions. How it is? She is an educator. She's an amazing. So she will definitely, and she works. She has worked with several 100,000 children. So please, wonderful, superb leader we have, superb speaker we have. So please make sure if you have a question, don't raise your hand. In our program, we have usually that. Correct, Yavi? So don't ask questions now, Mahi. Just listen and just pay. It'll be interesting, exciting stories from our superb speaker. Let me introduce our superb speaker very quickly. Yes, our superb speaker for today evening is Dr. R. Kala. She is an MA, MPhil, MEd, and PhD. Yes, she has done several other degrees. Lovely. She loves to work with institutions and with students, especially of first generation learner. First generation learners are the people who are going to school for the very first time. Means father, mother might not have gone to school or haven't completed their education, but she loves to help them. She wants to help them to achieve them academically. She loves to bring out the hidden talent and the potential of children, so and give them lots and lots of confidence. She is been into teaching since 1993, and she loves teaching, and she believes in the impact and value oriented. She loves to give that same thing that what we do. I will begin the first story of the evening. First story is, it was early morning and we were doing a program in Kala ma'am school. She is the HM of PS Higher Secondary School. We went really early. Yavi, Hari, Mahi, all of you guys know that whenever we are doing a program, we go very early. And I went, the school is empty. Yavi, the school is empty. There's nobody, Sriniti. Kameshwarya ji has also joined. The school was empty, Hari. Nobody was there. The watchman and now opened the gate. We went inside and we thought we have come 1.5 hours early. There'll be nobody. I suddenly go and see this thing, HM ma'am's room, and she's standing and she's filling up some attendance register and some form and all the things. She's filling it up. And I usually have never seen principal ma'am or HM ma'am doing this. I was stunned. I was watching her for a little while. Then I asked and I said, "Happy morning, ma'am." And she smiled back. I said, "Ma'am, is there nobody to help you?" She said, "This is a pending work and this is my school." And that person is not there. If that person is there or not, I have to be here and to make sure. She was there 1.5 hours early in the school to ensure that, to make sure that she is finishing that work. She was doing this thing that I said, "Ma'am, we do this program called Superb Talk. I would love to have a teacher like you, a HM like you, a principal ma'am like you, who is so inspiring." And I was inspired that particular moment. At that moment, a principal ma'am, Kala ma'am, she started sharing some 2, 3 wonderful, amazing, inspiring moment, which I will not spoil it for you guys, and we will listen it from our ma'am. And over to Kala ma'am. Kala ma'am, happy evening. Welcome you. I welcome you on behalf of Superb Humans, our Leadership Academy. We have
Happy
parents.
evening, everyone. Yeah.
Yes, we have some parents and we have some leaders, all of them. So please, once again, I want to tell you, take notes and to respect our super speaker. Make sure the camera should be on. That's a way that we show them that we truly respect you. Kala ma'am, you will be the host now, and over to you. Session is getting recorded. Thank you so much, Kala ma'am. And I am pinning you, spotlight for everybody, and also
Happy evening,
Kalam,
children.
you are the host now, ma'am. So, ma'am, it is in your hands now that
Yeah,
you will be able to control all the controls. Welcome, ma'am.
sure. Happy morning, children. And if there are any parents, pronouns to all the parents and the elders who are watching this program. And as Sachin introduced to me, I don't know whether I'm capable of taking this last session, but I hope definitely you'll be having at least one or two takeaways that will definitely help you to, I mean, take some good decisions in your future. Um, Before I enter, I would like to introduce myself. And if you know the background of me, probably it will be easier for you to understand what I'm trying to say. See, I was born in a suburban area of Chennai, and I studied in a government high secondary school. And after completing my schooling, I did it's like one diploma course in teacher training. I did that, and after that, I entered school, and from then on, I am into teaching. And lot of things have changed. That every time when people say talk about their college days, I always feel like, oh, how I badly missed the college days. I never been to college. But now, before my name and after my name, I have earned few degrees by God's grace. It's all because of my individual effort as well as my huge support from my family members, especially from my husband. Thanks to them, all of them, on this particular moment. See, I have seen that the children from varied classes, class 6, 7, 9, and I saw one student from class 12. I hope the message what I'm going to share with you will definitely reach across the ages. So I'd like to start from one particular incident which happened some exactly 10 years ago. Sachin never knew this because I haven't shared it. So it's a new thing. See, I was a bit sick and we fixed up an appointment with a doctor. It's really a very big hospital. We went and with all lavish, arrangements, we went and see for a surgery. How were we going? We were going like we were going to a party and a picnic. We went and we got introduced with all of them, took all the tests and got admitted in the hospital. And the surgery was done. And really, that's a different story. And we applied only a week's time in the school and hoping that I would be back to school. But you know what happened? The surgery that was performed was not perfect, and there was some complications, and the complications were never identified by anybody. Anybody. I reached home. I was not taking anything, not a proper appetite. And people were saying, oh, what happened? You are celebrating your sickness. This is not okay, Kalan. I was telling, no, something went wrong. I'm not okay. But nobody was listening to. Because always, see, everything is all right. And it's only your mindset that you're saying something. And just after my discharge from the hospital, the day I told my husband, see, please at least you try to understand me, right? It's a truth, and please understand, try to understand my situation. I'm not at all okay. I'm simply sinking. He also did not understand what I was trying to say. But still, no, he took me to the hospital. I was there in the hospital. They all checked, forget about their names, designations, this, that, and all. And they took another 2 days to diagnose what went wrong. To surprise, no one was able to identify what went wrong, but I was bloating like anything. Suddenly, like an angel, the doctor came to me and told me that something went wrong. I think you need to undergo another surgery. I was not able to understand what he was trying to say, but that was a fact. I was looking at my husband, the whole family was in utter confusion. But that was the hard decision that we had to say only yes, and we had no other options. And again, the surgery, this time the surgery is really a very complicated surgery because of something went wrong in the previous surgery. There was a big strain on the body, and they had to repair that work. And please understand, children, like we do repair work at our home or two-wheelers or four-wheelers. The repair work has been done on it was done on my body. Okay, what is there, ma'am? It could happen all the time. What is that? What is this story? This story is nasty and it's boring. No, children. You know what happened then? The second surgery was perfectly all right. The next day, the cut open place where they sutured, all the sutures came off because there was a lot of infection. Imagine what would have happened. And it took another 10 days to get recover from that thing. And after 11th or 12th day, again new sutures had been put on those cut open areas. I was planning for a week medical leave from the school, and I was at home for about 5 months. 5 months. After recovering from that deep illness, hoping that all have come to its place and they joined the school. And our management, they've been always a big support for me. They appointed another teacher in place of mine. The teacher was taking classes. I was so happily joining the school, hoping that that teacher would help me. You know, definitely will be expecting something, right? With a fond hope, I was entering the school. That morning, in the first period, something happened, and the teacher who substituted me, my place, she was fired, and the same day she gave resignation. Went off. Just imagine. In a month's time, children are going to take up their board examination. And ours is only a government aided school. We can't go and hire teachers on and off. There is no money, much money with us to pay for the teachers. And although I also joined the school. So all this sympathy is gone. Now it's time for Kala. She has to handle the entire higher secondary classes. Okay, with the physics fitness gone, I was entering the class. And we have 8 periods a day. And the teachers may have some 5 or 6 periods a day to teach. And that will be in between leisure time. All these children, I think you all will understand what I'm trying to say. At the end of the day, the period I was entering this class, the class is so huge that 80 children were waiting for my classes. 80. I had to teach them. My health was so bad. I didn't regain the strength which I used to have before that surgery. But at the class, I just appealed the children, having understood the position that I can't escape. I can't extend my medical leave. And there is nobody to help. Only me, I have to face the situation. And I have to do justice for my profession. So I went and appealed the children once. Children, I underwent few surgeries and my health is not cooperating. I would definitely teach you. But only one support from your side, which is very essential for me now. That is, I can't shout a lot. I shall definitely teach you. please don't make me discipline you. So good, the children. The children, they welcomed me on the first day. And I never know from. And then towards the end of the session, toward the end of that academic year, I am just trying to describe what went during that time. We produced 100% result. The first mark was from my class. The children were so happy. They were circling around me, and some of them were hugging me. I was in tears. See, when I was not okay, what I did was I was preparing myself for the classes and I was sending messages. I made telephone calls to children to track them, whether they are studying well or not. All of them, all my efforts, every single effort, it was keeping me alive. Though I was not there in the school, physically available in the school for the 5 months, the children were able to realize that only my physical presence was not there, but I was always thinking of them. Before that also, I had lot of student fans, and from 2012 onwards, I had more and more number of students. And the children, that particular group, 2012 higher secondary group, they always wish me on the Teachers' Day and they would ask me especially about my health. And it's such a big incident in my life that definitely we must face the brutal world. Nobody will be there to share your work. You have to do your work. And this is the first incident I wish to share with you. And the second thing, okay, no more worries and sad stories. It's enough. Let me say one here and there, I shall give you some good and happy thing that definitely you all will enjoy. And day before yesterday, there was an announcement from Tamil Nadu government saying that the sports children will be awarded with cash prizes. One of the students of 2021 batch, it received 75,000 rupees from the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. What is there, man? Players would receive. They're always recognized by the government and private and other organizations. It's there, yes, it is there. The boy whose name is P. Lokesh belonged to a very economically bad family. He came from rural village. He stayed in one sports hostel and he used to come to school and attend the day school and he would go for coaching. He did not even have a proper shoe to take his training. He's an athlete. Imagine an athlete without proper shoes or spikes. He took such tireless training and he represented at the national level and has been awarded the day before yesterday. Why I am telling you this is I would always tell my children, please don't celebrate your shortcomings. Concentrate on your strengths. So he did not encourage, he did not see that he had no spikes, he had no proper sports shoes, but he took it as a challenge and he went for training every day, day after day, day after day. And even during the lockdown, just the lockdown was lifted, all these children, they had serious sports training. And because of that, they received this recognition. And just this year it happened that it was my school annual day. I don't know how many of them, after listening to this or watching this, would say that, oh, idiot or stupid this lady is. She's talking all this in the open place. But still, I would like to share with you because you all should know that what are the do's and don'ts in life, right? See, I was super busy. We had exams, we had one after the other, very many programs. functions. I was literally busy all through the day. I was busy. And I also had to travel from school to my home. It's a long distance. I had to take a long drive, and I was very busy. And I would take, I think here in the Tamil Nadu, the system is such that we would go to different schools and conduct the board examinations. So in between the arrears examination was conducted in a nearby school, and I had no opportunity to come to my school to see what happened there. So after completing the examination, I came to school, and I was preparing children and all others for the annual day function. So every day I sat with the children. I watched the rehearsals of the children. I did corrections, this, that. I enacted, I shouted, and I sang with them, and I acted on behalf of them. All this happened every day. It happened. It so happened that every day I stayed back in the evening, and we did all of the singing. Okay, what is there? What is there, ma'am? It's all happening in all the schools. I know. You all would definitely, Mama, no. That's not the point, children. All the children were ready, students were ready, teachers were ready, cultural program is ready, auditorium is all arrangements are being correct. You know, there is something called annual report that has to be presented by the HM. Right? It is to be presented before the chief guest. And the parents, when they witness the program, they would all come to know what's all happening in the school, and the chief guest may have points to talk about the school after listening to the annual reports. And after these 2 years of lockdown, and this is the first time we had our physical annual day function. Otherwise, we had only online function. I just realized the previous night that my annual report was not ready. Annual report must be presented in Tamil. I don't know to type in Tamil. So I made a call, and I made my clerk to make it ready that I have given the notes, and you please keep it ready on my table. So our annual day's timing is morning, not in the evening. So next day morning, I had to go and conduct the annual day function. The clerk said, "Ma'am, don't worry, ma'am. I'll be there. I'll be there in the school at 7 a.m. You just come and collect and do the rehearsals and see how much time you are taking to complete." That's all. I also handed over the duty, and I went off went sleep, slept nicely, and came to school with all good, nice dress, all good drills, everything, all necessary. Reached the school. The office is still locked. The clerk is not there. 7 o'clock, 7:30, 8. Oh my God, tension haunting. Actually, I felt like I am having like some slight heart attack. But pressure is so much. But even during that time, I believe that such a big institution who produced stalwarts of the nation, and this particular kitchen position would have been occupied by so many great people. And if anything goes wrong today, it cannot be forgotten, or it cannot be treated lightly, or even for me, it's a shame. Then I can't say that I am the HM of the school. So I immediately did one thing. I made up my mind. I know what all have happened in school. All the events, I'm having it in my mind. Only thing it's not in paper. And interestingly, till I became the headmistress of the school, I worked with all the HMs very closely. Whether they are allotting the duties to me or not, I voluntarily helped them. And I was the person helping them prepare the annual reports for all the HMs. So, with all confidence, I had decided this is the time that I must show and I must prove before the chief guest and other audience that Mistress Kala would act and code well. And will not believe. And the clerk reached very late. And almost after the announcement of the presentation of the annual report by the headmistress, I spoke 3 or 4 minutes. Then only I received the annual report copy in my hand. But I was able to cover every single bit which I wanted to present before the chief guest and the parents. See, the second, the moment I made up my mind that this is the occasion that I don't have time to think about the things, 100 things which went wrong and the blunder which I made that I failed to take care of my annual report. I made up my mind that this is the moment that I had to prove that I had to present myself before the audience, before the people that the school is doing these many wonderful things for the welfare of for the students. And I did it. After that, I patted myself, but I felt my conscience said, Kala, you went wrong. You went wrong. So in the checklist, you forgot to tick the annual report. This should not happen in your life again. I learned that lesson. And also, not even believe, after presenting the annual report, I was literally crying because only I know what went inside that or behind that. This is the second thing that I wanted to convey to you. And see, I was narrating my first story about my admission in the hospital. See, I must narrate you what went before that. It was the year 2012, I said. So that was the year I earned my PhD degree. People all have greeted me like, oh, Dr. Kala, Dr. Kala, Dr. Kala. I was so excited. The lady who missed her college education, but she earned a PhD degree. Oh, what a life. Wonderful, Kala. You have made it. You know what happened? When I was entering the hospital for the second time, everybody noted me with a number. Nobody called me with a name or a Dr. Kala. Kala, not even Kala, not even or a teacher or a person. They were addressing me with a room number or a what number. I have realized. See, the name fame, nothing will come with you. Nothing. When something goes wrong, then everybody is treated like one number. As you all would have read that about the less miserables, like that I was identified with a number. And it just made me think humble, 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 and humble. That I wish to convey to you that I was so proud because for me, earning that PhD was such a big thing. So there is the story behind that PhD degree itself. I told you that I missed my college education. Then how did I earn that PhD degree? Children might wonder, oh, this lady is lying. No, this teacher is actually lying. No, not so. I entered the school as a secondary grade teacher. We found that I had to update myself. When I was about to take or choose the course for me, I was analyzing myself that which is my strength. I have to take all of you to my childhood days. See, I studied in a government school. I told you that I was born in a suburban area. And it was such a big school, government school in that place. More than 5,000 girls used to study there. I studied there in 80s. Imagine 80s in a government school in a suburban area in Tamil Nadu. It used to be a wonderful schooling. I was in choir, school choir, since my 6th standard to 12th standard. If there is any announcement about any competition, whether I know it or not, I would immediately raise my hand. Ma'am, I'll join. Like that from 6th standard to 12th standard, I was in the school choir. And I used to read Tamil news, English news, and that used to be, do you know that topic? We used to cover interesting things in that under that topic. Everything I would do starting from my 6th standard to 12th standard. Since I was, so familiar with reading, I found out that I was able to do modulation very easily. I was reading English as well as Tamil very correctly. And the teacher, they used to encourage me so very well that I was fond of both English and Tamil. So I thought, since it is in Tamil Nadu, many of them they're studying Tamil literature. I studied in Tamil medium, but I somehow, with great confidence, I took English literature. I studied English literature through University of Madras. I am BA English and English and B.Ed English, B.Ed English through Madras University. And the two other degrees only I did through some other degree, some of the other universities. And after a point of time, I decided to do my PhD. I requested my management to give me permission. I wrote a letter to them. We had a wonderful meeting management. The person by name, she C.V. Narasimhan, is my mentor. He was 1947 first IPS batch officer. He was a school topper. He used to college. He was the college topper. He was the topper in both IAS and IPS, and he was the former director of CBA. He just saw my permission letter to pursue my research in English. He looked at me for a while. He asked me, Kala, do you want to do your research only in English? I said, yes, sir, because I studied only BA English, MA English. So if I probably, and I had completed my MPhil in English. So I think I can do. He said, I know you can do, but we would rather suggest, please do a research on value education, he suggested me. And not only that, he went one step higher, told me, the society would sponsor you the PhD degree, you must do it. Imagine, I was to take up the permission of the management was ready to sponsor the degree. Oh God. And the Vivekananda Educational Society and the PS Educational Society sponsored my PhD. My long dream of continuing my education in the college had, after all, it was actually happening. I was yearning for the college education, but I was given an opportunity to enter to the university, such a big university, such a old university. Imagine I was given admission in PhD in the University of Madras. Such a pride, such a pride. So that did start. I was talking about my suburban schooling, my schooling in the suburban area, but I am connecting that with my PhD. What is there, you might wonder? There it is. I had a wonderful HM call and an Indra Christopher. That time itself, she was the state best teacher awardee. And she was a greatest inspiration to anybody. And for me, just don't ask. I loved her so much. And whenever I read the news or when I read out anything interesting in the prayer, immediately should just call me and pat me on the back. She used to smile very little, and we have never seen her laughing, but such an encouragement. So powerful eyes she had. And while I was completing my education in that school, she presented me one Oxford dictionary in 80s, imagine. Individually, she presented me personally an Oxford dictionary and she wished me, Kala, you'd become an English teacher one day. I forgot during my, teacher education. And then when I was searching for a degree course to which I can apply, then I realized that, yes, somebody told me that I can become a teacher. And especially she was visualizing me as a good English teacher. So I must pursue English. So that was how I completed my, and still I'm a learner. And now I'm in a new, I would like to enroll myself as another PhD in Tamil. And it's on its way. And probably, God is willing, I may get another PhD degree in Tamil literature too. And way back when I was talking about the PhD degree, you know what is special about that? I did my PhD in value education. It's an exploratory study in the University of Madras. Before that, there was research on moral education. There was no research on value education. Mine was the exploratory study. Thanks to Professor Srinivasan, thanks to my mentor, Sri C.V. Narasimhan, I was able to complete it. And at this point of time, I gratefully remember PS Educational Society and Vivekananda Educational Society for sponsoring that. See, I would like to narrate one more interesting story, which all must know, and that if there are any elders, they must also understand what sort of impact education can give. So during my my topic was to assess the impact of value education of students in their later adult life. See, the schools have been talking about values to children through so many programs, but the schools are not testing or assessing what are the values these children are actually learning, or the values what they are learning in the school are helping them in their future life. So I did the research on that topic. The assessment was only on that area. So during that process, when I was to collect the data from different school, I approached a school and where the school was set for the, for this, can I say, refugees, can say, and it's also in southern area, and especially, I think I should not mention the name of the country. The people from that country, they stay in that place, and Vivekananda school was opened there, and I went there for collecting this information. I was talking to the principal. I was so much inspired. I was so much inspired. How will I explain what's happening in that school or what happened in that school? You know, the school, when it was open, the school people managing, they found that the people around that area, whom they are expecting as the students, when they went for the survey, they found out that the children are from that particular area. some refugee concept, and the children were there, and they were informing the parents to bring their children to the school, and somehow they managed to get admission. Everything was set as I was setting for my annual day, and the school was reopened. Gates were wide open, classrooms were open, furniture's new furniture, blackboard, all welcome board, everything was there. Everything was there. The teachers were waiting near their classrooms. Bell rang. No children. The teachers, all of them, they came out of their classrooms and they watched the game. No sign of students, no students. They all came near the gate. They all walked, they all saw in on both the directions, no children. They found out the children were enrolled, but the children they haven't come to school today. Then we have to see what's happening in their home. So all the teachers they all went to their places. When they went, they saw their houses were closed till their doors were locked. So they went and knocked and they made them open all the houses, and they could see both the parents and the children were opening their sleepy eyes. They were all coming out. We saw that. Oh, it's a working day today. I see. They were all asking with all excitement. They were to take up the teachers were to bring the children to the school. But shockingly, the children were not even ready for the school, and they made appeal after appeal, and they went and revisited them, and they found that the parents they did not know that the students had to be sent in time, and there is timing that it is called punctuality, everything. And they taught from the scratches, and now the uh, especially the children of those gundas, those and people whose profession cannot be, told openly, cannot be expressed in any community. Such children, after coming to the school, after they learned in the school, now there are so many occupying big positions. So it's just a big inspiration for me that the people not even from our country belong to some other country, the parents who were doing all nasty jobs, who don't even know the value of education system. If that school, if those teachers could do wonders, why not we? Probably my interest towards my first generation learners, it was seeded in that particular, data collection where I made up my mind that I must do something for the downtrodden and the children of this first generation learners. And I think I'm boring. It's a time that I should show you a few pictures. I was talking about is the screen which is visible? Uh, I'm showing a choir picture to you girls, children. That is, I told you that I was in the school choir. See, this is my present school. See, lovely boys. It's a boys' school. Okay, it's a government aided school, boys' school. And I was in the school choir. And there used to be song during the prayer. And during those days, compulsorily all the government schools should, have this Bharatiya song. I already told you that whenever there is an announcement, I won't even understand half of it, what they are trying to say, but immediately I would raise my hand and I would participate. Like I was doing, I was participating I was in my school choir also. And there used to be lovely Bharatiya songs sung by the school choir. I would go and sing. Even now I can remember, I can recall. See, I was not properly trained. I didn't attend any of the music classes. I would go and shout like anything. Teacher, my music teacher who stands beside me, they would say, she'd say, lower your voice, lower your voice, lower your. I won't stop. My pitch would be that high. And she'd come and pull my skirt and say, you just lower your voice. And she was the person who made me understand that, who made me realize that I have a good voice and I must try to sing well. She taught me the difference between shouting and singing. And now I can chant and sing and I can train children. Thanks to Anandavalli ma'am, who was my music teacher then. And I was sharing something with Sachin that day. See, when I am so much stressful, we can't show them in public, but we have to calm ourselves because if we go on carry that, it may affect our health. So the teacher who taught me in my school days, I always recall her with a great gratitude. I would sit and chant and all the stress will go. This is how I am using music therapy. So I am insisting my students that whether you know to sing or not, try to love, listen to music. And at one point of my time, you may also try to learn. And probably you need not present a concert before anybody. At least for your own sake, you can sing and feel difference after listening to music. So this is one more point that I would like to make you here. I never knew Carnatic music, but because of the thing which was taught in my early days, when I entered this school, here they have perfect Carnatic songs in our prayer. The school where I am working in PSI Secondary School, all the 5 days, the songs written by Papanasam Sivan, they are only sung as the prayer songs in our school. Believe me, I'm singing with all confidence because of the, the encouragement given by my music teacher. Okay, this is one thing. I would like to show some interesting. Can you see this picture? Children, there is a swan, there is a goat, there is a cow, there is a parrot, there is a buffalo. What I'm trying to say here, if anybody knows Tamil, you can read this. Can you read it? If you're not able to read it, at least watch it. It's just a 3-line poem in Tamil. It is quoted from Nannul, a grammar book from Tamil. Okay, Annam Ave and Precious. அன்னம் ஆவே மண்ணோடு கிளியே இல்லி குடம் ஆடு எருமை நெய்யரி அன்னர் தலை இடை கடை மாணாக்கர். The book which was written several thousand years ago, it says about the types of students. There is a picture, the previous picture I shall give you again, which characterizes the students in this way. Types of students are, they are like swans, they are like cows, they are like goats, they are like parrots, they are like buffaloes. Very interesting analysis by the great Tamil poet. It says that there are students who are very, very, keen in what they are learning. They choose what they want to learn. They are like swan. They come under that category. We can say gifted children. The next is the cow-like children. You know what will happen when the cow is hungry? When it is taken to graze, it would eat how much ever it want to eat. It would eat and go up and sit in one place and it would chew slowly. The next above average children would learn, understand things, and they would try to analyze and they would try to associate that with their life. And the next picture is very interestingly a goat. You know how the goat will eat the children, you people are in high-tech cities, you may not even watch what these cattle would do. And especially the goat, when it is taken to the green place, greeneries, or to graze, you know what will happen. You must watch one day. Try to watch somewhere. And this goat would go and eat grass in one corner. It would eat and it would look there. And it would see that place is greener than this place. It would run to that place. It would go eat. From there, it would see that this is greener, that is greener. So after that time, it would run here and there, here and there, here and there, with a half stomach full of air. It would return and it would never eat stomach full. There are children, they would take here one point, there one point, and they would add the little bit of things, or if they don't know, they would fill up it with words and they would learn only like that. There is another category. And there is another lovely bird, parrot. You all know what will the parrot do. The parrot will simply repeat what you say. There are children, okay, there are children, average children. Those children will not be parrots. They simply know what is minimum required. They try to understand and they'll try to do whatever they do. And above that, they'll not try. And their favorite animal, buffalo. You know what the buffaloes would do? See, buffalo, if it is thirsty, if it is taken to the pond, it would go, watch that there is water, crystal clear water, but the buffaloes would go, keep its one leg here, one leg there, such a huge fat body. The entire water would be sluggish and it would go deep, holding all its thick foothold of that pond. It would try to drink water. By the time it tries to drink water, everything becomes muddy. And instead of drinking water, it takes only the mud. And what is special about buffalo? Buffalo, instead of drinking water, it takes mud. There are children that when they don't even understand what is happening, the teacher would have taken the class for about an hour, and here and there she or he would have cracked jokes. They would have forgotten the entire lesson peacefully, and they would pick up only those one or two points where the teacher cracked jokes and would say that they learned the lesson completely. Okay. See, in this session, why am I trying to present this types of students? See, this is a great comparison made by the Tamil poet. But I would like to take as a matter of fact, uh, we can take this as the situation when we are stressful, how we should act like. See, swans, they are very gifted. They know how to tackle stressful situations, and there will always plan B or something that would really help them. Their sixth sense would really work well, and they would handle the situation. And there are cows. And the cows, like people, when they don't even know what is to do on their own, at least they would understand what the great or wise people would do, and they would try to follow that, and they would get away from that stress or problem or issue. And there are goats, they will not solve their issues, they will not solve their problem. Instead, they'll trust the problem to the entire world, and they'll make the situation worse. And the parrot, instead of coming out of the issues, they would create more and more problem by blabbering, by fretting out. It happened to me. It went on like that. This made me worse. This made this place worse. Like that. That will be complaining. That is that case. And another one, as you all said, if they face the problem, they don't know to come out of the problem, they don't know to face the problem, they'll make the entire situation very worse. That is like buffalo. So children, be very careful whether it is about learning or facing any difficulty in life. Please think about these animals and birds so that it will be easier for you to understand that where we stand, whether we are taking up the decision like a swan or a cow or a goat or a parrot or a buffalo. Okay? Do I have time? Have I exceeded my time? I'm sorry.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Ma'am, it is yes, perfect amount of time, ma'am.
Yeah.
If you want to say something else, I can still make you the host, ma'am.
No, it's enough. I think I tried to convey something. I don't know whether the children have understood anything.
I loved it, and uh, this thing champions, leaders. I hope you all enjoyed this. Can we give a big round of applause, our Zoom applause for our this thing, our guest speaker, Kala ma'am? Though because of exams, I think all of us are having, most of you are having exams, and still you're here and wonderful. I will make a quick summary, then we will open your mics so that you can ask questions. If you have some questions, you can definitely ask. Ma'am, love the stories. I'll summarize this thing. And okay, these were my this thing, my learnings and champions from the health incident. These are my learnings from the health incident. Kala ma'am used the success principle. If I can't, come on, everybody, type. If I can't, which one did she use? Come on. Yeah. Yes. Come on, guys, keep typing. If I can't, which was the success principle our HMM used. If I can't, then I must. Yes, absolutely. Yes, she decided that, yes, I have to make it happen. That was wonderful. Teacher's heart is always in student. Kala ma'am, these are my own learnings from this thing. If I'm wrong, please do forgive me. Yes, just our own perception. It's all this thing. Lovely, guys. Yes. She demonstrated something which I learned was be honest to students and people will cooperate. She was unwell, 80 plus students she requested, and they were one of the best batches. She said one thing: face the brutal world, no escaping, no blame, no complaints, no excuses. Thank you so much. Lovely. Yes, very true. So, everybody, from this, the learning I had, for things to change, what it is, come on. For things to change, what it is, come on, champions, leaders, type. For things to change, what exactly it is. Come on. Some of you are typing to me personally. Please put it in this thing. Mr. 420 official, who is that leader? I must change first. Yeah, she decided for things to change. I must. That's a wonderful value. She spoke about a boy called Lokesh, and Lokesh got the results only after getting the results. Though he was from a very, very, very backward economically, this thing, he got the results. Today, what did he guess? As I always say, you get the results, you will get the recognition, you'll get the rewards, you will get the respect. 75,000 rupees, and from Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu getting that. That is in spite of lockdown. Lokesh worked very hard, and then she was talking about another wonderful incident. In fact, that incident she had shared it with me. That was one which inspired me, so that I thought that okay. She was talking about her annual day function. She took the risk, but she went for it, and that paid her. She put her heart into her work, and she spoke like as if God was communicating with her sometimes. So sometimes you have to rise to the occasion. There was no annual report, it came at the last moment, but she rose. Wonderful. See, she said something wonderful, which is this thing. Focus on what is going right. Don't focus on what is not working for you. There'll be hundreds, thousands, so many things which is not working for you, but something is working. Focus on that. Start with that. That was wonderful thing. Okay. Then she was studied in a suburban corporation school, girls' school, where there were how many children?
About
5,000 girls, 5,000 girls, and she used a rule. She used a grab every opportunity. What it is? Come on, leaders, champions, grab every opportunity to be, whether she understood or not. Grab. Yavi, you must use the success principle. Grab every opportunity to be on what? Come on. To be on the stage, Mahi. Yes, Yavi, to be on the stage. Yeah. That is makes her wonderfully confident whether she knew the subject or IDK, whatever it was, she's a razor hand. Razor hand. Tamil, English, she didn't care. Okay. She took up English literature, and she was sponsored by her mentor C.V. Narasimhan, and the entire association, Vivekananda Education Society, sponsored her. Why? Because she was keen to do it. C.V. Narasimhan Rao is her mentor. So one thing is that having good mentors, good coaches, good teachers is life changing. All of us have wonderful, amazing, loving teachers. And today, Kala ma'am has joined us. Please, at the end, if Kala ma'am gives the permission and she puts her number, please, you can contact her, because it's very, very rarely we get good, amazing teachers like her, and teachers like mentors like Narsimhan sir, who imagine the first director, CBI director, who this thing, and she is that he said, we do this value education. She chose the important. When we do programs in a school, she says Sachin, values are very important. Okay, follow the leader. She spoke about her HM, how her HM always encouraged her when she was this thing. She gave her English dictionary that stood symbolic that she took up English literature, went on to become an English teacher, today an HM. And she says education is a way to help people rise. She worked in a school where the society was very, very, where the jobs cannot be described, and we don't want to talk about it. But today they are in wonderful places. It's because of education. Teachers used to go home, bring children, go home, bring children, and today, wonderful. She shared a wonderful, heart-touching poetry. This thing where she said, "A thousand-year-old saying of swan, cow, parrot, goat, and a buffalo. What kind of a student are you?" Yes, swan, cow, goat, parrot, or buffalo. Swans are gifted people. Become like that. Yes, become like that. Rise up to the occasion. Yes, cows are followers. Yes, lovely. We love followers, but today we want more of swans. Thinkers, choose, find out what you are. Yavi chose her this thing. Harini has chosen her. She wants to be in law. Hari has chosen he wants to be in data sciences and all that. Yavi wants to become a speaker. Choose that, be gifted and follow and focus and put your energy. Don't be like goats who will keep going here, there, you completely loss of focus. Don't be like parrots who blabber.
one
We
moment.
love.
Can I say,
Yes, 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 ma'am.
children, I would like to state this to every one of you. I shared this with all my teachers also. My my daughters also. I have two daughters. My daughters also, they attended a program like this. What you have been attending like this super yoga. See, these programs would really tap the very place where will help you to grow well. You may not understand its value now, but it will definitely take you somewhere. You will learn to do few things at a time. Otherwise, you will not be knowing where the children would identify their hidden potentials. And please go ahead with this kind of program and I wish every one of you a wonderful life and future. Thank you, children.
Thank you, ma'am, for summarizing it so beautifully. Now, leaders, please, if you have a question, raise your hand. I'll unmute you one by one. And our honorable speaker, honorable guest, Kala ma'am, we have a small gift for you, a book that I will send it to you either by post or the courier, or whenever I'm coming to school, I'll come and hand it over. It was wonderful, wonderful. Session is not over. My leaders, we are plenty. Usually we have a very large number of people who will gather. Sometimes we have to stop at 100, though because of the exam time, but very soon all of them will be seeing the recording also. So please, there are some few parents, few coaches are here, and my lovely leaders and champions. There is, ma'am, have you noticed all of them will put their name as leader Likit,
Yeah,
champion this thing, and
yeah.
they're all lead in leadership academy. I call them as leader Likit, leader Yavi,
Okay.
champion Hari. So with that, they feel that yes, they can, they're really lovable and capable. Leaders, anybody else who have any question, raise your hand and shoot. Anybody? Yes. Anybody wants to ask about value education? Dr. Kalaji, her doctorate is in value education. Harini has raised her hand. Harini, I'll be unmuting you, dear. Harini leader, she is. Harini leader, please unmute, sweetheart. Yes.
For value education, what we should do now, the tips for value education, how we should study, and for that, what course we should take. Can you explain me for value education?
See, as far as value education is concerned, it is not like any other subjects like science or math or something that you need to study separately. Right? The good literature studies would do, or if you're interested in social media or something. See, the thing is, value education is more than theoretical knowledge. It needs the utility value. The society is moving towards its utility value. Previously, we had in our schools moral education. Now that name has been changed as value education because values which are going to help the society to grow, individual to grow, all that only we are going to study. So there is no, separate degree on value education. After studying any degree, if you start correlating your, previous knowledge adding the value to it, then we call it value education.
Because in
And
my school now, I am having value education, so I want to know more about that.
yeah,
And I
there are
asked my
there are so many books available on value education, and there are also many articles. And you just find out from net, there are so many interesting articles available. Only thing, instead of studying it theoretically, we must know its utility value. Only then it will be more very useful and you can enjoy learning.
thank you.
Harini, I have some books on value education. I'll be happy to share them. And recently, you picked up the habit of reading. I think last Sunday, I gifted you 2 books, correct? Yes, value education is very important. It helps you. It may look now, but it'll make you. It'll come in many ways. It'll give you the clarity. It'll give you the power when you grow up. Wonderful, Harini. Yes, thank you so much for asking lovely question. Are there any other further questions anybody else would like to ask? Rekha ji. Rekha ji is a coach with us. She's a certified trainer And Rekha, ma'am, please, Rekha ji, please ask. She's a superb mom of Russian leader, Russian champion. Yes.
Can you hear me, coach?
Yes, ji, please.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am. I
Good
have,
evening.
yeah, like if you want, at present, if you have to give three advice to the students, what are the three things that you would advise on?
Use your mobile phone carefully. Have a timetable. Listen to your parents. Please talk with your parents. Whenever you feel nervous or down, please don't get the advice from your friends. Go straight away to your parents, straight away to your coach.
Lovely,
They are
ma'am.
the three advice I would like to give. Yeah,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
thank you.
Dr. Kala, ma'am,
Yeah.
most of our leaders, most of our champions do not use mobile phones at all. And
Yeah.
many of them who had the habits also have given up.
Yeah,
All of them have the habit of reading. This is something that
very
we
good.
inculcate in
Very
our
good.
leadership academy.
See,
All of them have books.
but my concern is that though we have uh, had enough online classes and the schools are open and physical classes are going on, we have the habit of sharing things through WhatsApp and through mails. So the students just to watch the assignments and the homework and other activities given by the teachers, they're taking up the mobile phones, and especially schools like us, we have real issues of abuse of this mobile phone. That's why I said if the children who are watching this program and the kids who are being coached by you are away from that, a great salute to you. Thank you.
Ma'am, it is just the children. They are so intelligent. So they're
Yeah.
leaders, they're champions. They know that they choices have, guys. All of you, choices have what? Come on, type. Choices have what, guys? Type. Ma'am, see this what they will type. Choices have, yeah. If you choose, choices have consequences. Love you, dears. Thank you so much, all of you guys. Consequences, yes, where you are putting in your time, energy, and effort. So they all know this. They are very intelligent. They themselves make their smart choices, isn't it? Yes. Any other questions, all of you? Thank you, Rekha ji. Wonderful question. 3 answers. Mobile phone, be very, very careful. Second thing is that please invest your time in this thing and listen to your parents. That is very, very important. These are 3 very, very important advices. Thank you, Kala ma'am. Thank you so amazingly for students. Any other questions anybody has? We are well past our time, and still we have leaders, champions asking. Anybody else has any questions? Raise your hands and then you can ask. Okay, let's type a wonderful thank you note for our wonderful speaker. She is here. She has taken her time to spend this thing time. The position she holds is very important, and it's a 150 plus year school. It is not a very small school. It is a school it has a very big legacy that she is the most important. She finds time. She's here. This thing. So please let's come on, type a nice gratitude, lovely thank you note to her. Yes, Hari will much more important, nice message. Just not thank you will not do. How do we say thank you? Thank you, not as a form of just saying polite thank you, but please, nice with heartfelt gratitude. Come on, guys, type a wonderful message for ma'am and thank you. Heartfelt gratitude, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Some of you are messaging me. Please message directly to ma'am. Yeah, and I posted out to someone. Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Everybody, can we give, can we have a big round of applause? Lots of wonderful, nice, amazing stories. So blessed that, ma'am. You took this wonderful opportunity, wonderful time to take and help these children got such a wonderful opportunity to learn from a wonderful educator. I meet lot of principals, lot of headmistress and all that, but very few focus on value education. When I went to her school last year, for the first time, she said that one value education session changed the life of her daughter. He knows the value of this particular kind of programs, or where it is not just English, Hindi, science, and all the things. These are the things that gives us focus, gives us goals, and gives us clarity. And so she encourages us so much, taking good care of us, ensuring that such more and more classes should happen for our students, for our boys. Thank you, ma'am. Rammo Nandri. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am, with your permission.
Thank you so much for extending this opportunity to me, Mr. Sachin.
Yeah.
Thank you, children. Despite your exam schedule, you all were participating almost an hour or so. Thank you, all of you, and my prayerful wishes to every one of you for a bright future. Thank you.
Yes. Dr. Kala, ma'am, one tiny request. If you permit only, I can give you an email ID or I can give you a phone number if any one of them.
I already gave my number.
You gave your number. Okay. So please, that shows that how a heart of a teacher always rests in every student. And you mentioned your music teacher also who inspired you to become
Anandavalli, ma'am.
Anandavalli, ma'am. Yes. So these are very few teachers you remember of your life. Thank you, Dr. Kala, ma'am. Please, students, we need good role models. We need good teachers. We need good mentors and guides. And please, if you want, you can reach out to Dr. Kala. She shared her number. Very few people do that. You can reach out to her. We love good teachers. A good teacher makes a great student. Thank you, Dr. Kala.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for sharing such wonderful. Thank you, all the leaders, all the parents who are here. Thank you for making another superb talk a superb success.
Yeah, sure.
Good night, ma'am.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Love you guys. You are all powerful, lovable, capable. You guys are super people. Love you guys. See you in the morning for morning rituals. Good day, good night. See you morning 5:30 a.m. Bye-bye. Love you guys.